Section 8.6 is about the area of trapezoids, and if you recall, parallelograms and rectangles had a similar or the same formula, and the trapezoid and the triangle actually have very similar formulas as well. So if you just look at a trapezoid, if that tip wasn't cut off, if the top of the triangle wasn't cut off, it would make a triangle. And the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Okay? But in a triangle there's one base. In a trapezoid there are two bases, so we have to accommodate for that. So first let's talk about the bases. We have a base and we have a base. And again, it does not matter which one you call 1 and which one you call 2. The height will always make a right angle with the bases. In the second diagram, base 1, base 2. This is your height. It actually is one of the sides of the trapezoid because it does indeed make a right angle with the bases. The third diagram, this is your base, and this is your base. Because remember, in a trapezoid, the bases are parallel to each other, and that's what these little arrows indicate, is that those are parallel bases. So where's the height? The height is actually here between the two bases. The height is just the distance between the two bases, and just a reminder, it makes a right angle. Okay, so the formula, like I said, is very much like the formula for a triangle, only there are two bases. So instead of having 1/2 base times height, we're going to have 1/2 base times height, but we have to add the bases together, and we write it like this so that it's more visually appealing. Okay, so 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. Alright, so example number 1, area equals 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. Again, I am writing out the formula. That is a good practice, so that you could plug in what you know, and visually it walks you through the problem. So the height is 5, base 1 plus base 2, so 6 plus 8. So we have 1/2 times 5 times 14. And because we're doing some multiplication here, I'm just going to say, well, half of 14 is 7, times 5 is 35. Again, we are finding area, so the units are squared. So 35 inches squared. Example 2, find the area of the trapezoid. Area equals 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. Our height is 5. Base 1 and 2 are 8 and 12, or 12 and 8. So we have 1/2 times 5 times 20. Half of 20 is 10, times 5 is 50. So 50 square centimeters. Let's work backwards now. Find the area of the, or find the length of the missing side given the area. So area equals 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. And again, I write the formula first. I plug in what I know. This time we know that the area is 96. The height is 8. Base 1 and 2 are 9 and B2. So we get 96 equals, half of 8 is 4. And at this point, you have two options. You can distribute the 4, or you could divide both sides by 4. Either way, I think most people kind of like to distribute, so let's go ahead and do 96 equals, distribute here, 4 times 9 is 36, plus 4 times B2 is 4B2. B2 is just like X, no big deal. If we subtract 36 from both sides, we get 60 equals 4B2. And we want B2 to be by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 4, and we get the length of base 2 to be 15 meters. And again, that is just a length, so it's just meters, it is not meters squared. We are not finding an area here. Okay. You are now responsible for checkpoints 1 through 4.